Good afternoon from the Perfect Bite podcast. We are here to discuss what other than the Perfect Bite. I didn't talk about this in our first episode, which was the Great American Hamburger, and we got great praise on that. That was
Thanks for the feedback,
sponsorships
folks.
are coming in.
Yeah. We can't keep up with the mail. If we don't reply, don't take it personal. We're only two men here, okay?
All right, but Matt's been in the industry, the hospitality industry, for quite a few years. We both worked together in the industry, serving our Central Florida clientele with some of the best food in the country. And not only that, but I do work as a chef at one of the local colleges. And so I'm just telling you this not because it means a whole lot. I'm just telling you because I do have a little bit of credentials.
Yeah, these are the man's credentials.
But you know what credentials you need for this is? You just got to enjoy good food, right?
You gotta have an appetite. That's all you need for this.
So today we are moving on into the hot dog, because we started off. We could have started off with Le Cordon Bleu or maybe lamb shanks.
Yeah,
but
maybe a beef Wellington. But we decided let's keep it simple.
We're building our budget.
Yeah.
So we did the American Hamburger first episode, and now we're doing this episode today on the hot dog. And quite a different contrast between myself and Matt. He's a Northeastern guy.
Sure.
Comes from the land of Weigels.
Zweigels. We'll get it right one day.
Known as some of the best hot dogs there are. We have two featured today. We have their Red Hot right here, and we have their White Hot.
White Hot, yes.
White Hot.
And they were both, Zweigels is started in 1880.
Yeah.
The Red Hot's just beef and pork. The White Hot is beef, pork, and veal. Totally different flavor profile. But the way I dress them is simple. I just like the raw diced onions and some yellow mustard on a nice Martin's bun, not Martinelli's. All right?
So, before I get shot down by my cohorts from Chicago, I made Chicago hot dogs for 7 years of my life, 6 days a week. And I would normally not put giardiniera on it. This is a condiment of choice that me and Matt have chosen. I do have sport peppers on hand, just so you know. I just did not want to use the sport peppers because I made my own homemade giardiniera, and we're using that today. But other than that, we have homemade pickle chips. We have tomato, mustard, sweet relish. We do not have the fluorescent green relish that Chicago is known for on their Chicago.
Toxic waste relish?
It looks like toxic waste.
All right.
It looks like you could turn the lights off and it's going to stay on.
Turn you to the hull.
It is. It would be a great feature on She-Hulk. Anyways.
Boost the ratings a bit.
Boost the ratings a bit. You need it. So
it's a Brett dog. Now, is this blasphemous?
It is a little blasphemous.
A New York
I did not
dog?
have a Vienna beef hot dog. And I did not have a poppy seed hot dog roll. But they are fresh, soft buns, good hot giardiniera. So we won't call this a straight up Chicago dog because it's not. Because I'm using giardiniera and I don't have the right bun. But it's pretty close. And in fact, I could say, and I could make this claim that it's going to taste even better with the giardiniera on there. The serrano peppers and the
regardless of what you want to call it. I mean, not to name drop again, but this is the perfect bite. This will be a perfect bite. You'll see.
Now, last but not least on this plate is something that's not necessarily called a hot dog, except when I looked
when you looked it up on the internet.
When I looked up the 50 states hot dogs, they got to Wisconsin, and I was a little disappointed that they had the Bratwurst. So I did make a brat. These are Johnsonville brats, one of the ones we can get from up north that are down here. It's a good quality bratwurst. I got the straight bratwurst cut. We are using a spicy brown mustard, and we are using sauerkraut, and we are on the potato roll.
And you soaked it in High Ally IPA. Little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of chicken stock.
As we like to say in the tailgate ranks, we created its own little hot tub of IPA and some chicken stock, some onions and garlic, some pepper flakes, some seasonings, and did a little poach of the sausage before we put it on the grill. We got these all fired up. Everything we're eating here today is natural casing. So they're all going to snap, which is what we enjoy. We like the snap.
It's all about the snap.
On the hot dogs, it's about the snap.
Right? I agree. Without further ado, let's take a bite of the Chicago.
We're gonna
dog,
go with the Chicago dog since it's got the most stuff on it. And we are going right in on this.
Dear. What a nice bun.
You need that sweet relish.
And again, don't hate us for the Jardiniere. You must understand one thing. This man's Jardiniere is so good. I eat out of the jar, and when you're just left with vinegar and oil at the bottom, when no one's looking, I might tilt it back. So it's
eventually,
delicious.
we will sell it as a perfect bite broadcast.
Oh, he's going for 2 bites.
Jardiniere. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to?
Oh, I thought we were going 1 and moving on.
I'm sorry, let's move
Someone's
on.
enjoying this dog.
I apologize.
All right, let's move on to the Red Hot from Zweig's.
I violated the rules of perfect bite broadcast.
Yeah, there's order here. We're not animals. Okay, let's try the red.
That was so good. My first time having a red from Zweig's.
Yeah.
And I'm having it the way that Matt would have it. He said the only other thing that you could get is a meat sauce on it, right?
Wait for that snap.
Ah.
Good dog, huh?
Hold on a second.
See? Rochester, New York, 585. Shirt's a little small, but had to wear it.
I'm going to take one more bite if that's okay.
By all means.
I'm not sure I got everything here.
By all means. You enjoy it? Oh, that makes me happy.
That's good.
Right?
Wow.
Good. All right. Now, one thing that I know about a Zweigel is that with the pop opens with the natural casing, their snap is just, I mean, it's audible. You could hear the snap. Now, one of my best friends up north, I'm not going to call you out. He doesn't like the pop opens. He doesn't like the natural casing.
You know, there are people who you know, understand that comes from a natural casing.
Sure.
Which is an intestine casing, and that can maybe turn some people off.
Not me.
But to me, it's the only way to keep a sausage the right way, and that's
right.
You know, that nice snap.
So, for instance, with the natural casing, which is nice, is if you're outside grilling and you drop a couple on the ground, they're not going to burst. You know, we would never do that because we pay good money for these dogs. But should you do that, you could always rinse them off, throw them back in the package. They'll be good. No one,
hypothetically.
No one knows.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. So let's try the white.
All right, we're going to the white. These are called white hots.
Yeah, again, this is the beef, pork, and veal. See?
It's different.
It just tastes like home to me. I can close my eyes and
Boy, is that nice.
I'm in Rochester. Right? Isn't that different?
I may like this one better.
I do. Tom, so do I. So do I. I love the red. Zweigels makes a great red, but their white to me is just something special. Does it remind you of the other white that you said you had, or does it taste different? Because I've only had one white.
This one has a much more smoother texture.
Right, because the one you were explaining said it was more like sausagey, correct?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? How this is more hot doggy?
Yeah, that's great. You'll find when we get to the last one, the opposite. It's going to be much more coarse.
Sure.
Yeah.
And again, I truly believe, and I said it before, who doesn't love a good hot dog? That being said, a sausage, this isn't a sausage episode, but sausages are just where it's at.
Again, because I don't know why people call a bratwurst a hot dog. Maybe because it looks like one.
Yeah.
And we do have it on this episode because I didn't want to have to come back around and do just brat episodes.
Is a breakfast sausage a hot dog?
No. But I do like the Johnsonville. Johnsonville's made in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Served across the United States now. But it is definitely made in the great German tradition, the great sausage tradition of our Midwest that we have.
Yeah.
And it does require, I believe that you can cook them right out of the package just like we did the hot dogs on the grill. But I do believe it benefits from cooking it in the beer first.
Bath.
So let's go ahead and dig in.
Question. Before we dig in, can we get a little palate cleanser with this beautiful slaw?
Oh, I did make
some
slaw. We originally were going to do a slaw dog.
Yeah.
But we ended up eating a lot today. So yeah, we got a little bit of coleslaw to cleanse the palate here.
Beautiful slaw.
That's good.
Beautiful, right? Okay.
All right.
Now we are off to the
Bratwurst.
which I can't wait for.
Okay, let's go ahead and
This is my first beer brat. Again.
But different texture.
Of course, yeah. Traditional sausage texture, just beautiful.
Yeah, it's got a much more coarse texture. You can.
Unreal.
It's got the different coriander seeds in it, or whatever. Not the coriander. What's the word I'm looking for? Not coriander.
Oh, fennel? No, fennel?
No, like caraway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were right. You could taste the beer. You could taste that it was soaked in beer. You're right.
Yeah. And you can buy them already. You know, they got beer brats. But to me, there's nothing like boiling it in beer first.
That's good.
That's around the horn, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, now we're going back rotation.
Now,
but before this turns into a 10-minute feeding frenzy.
I want to pull up a list. Going down
While
to
you're doing that, I'm going to take another bite.
a couple of these that I looked at. So,
We came prepared here, folks.
from Alabama, it's the Gus's Hot Dogs. One of the oldest hot dog stands in the city. Home to countless rank purveyors. Gus is a place to try the Birmingham hot dog developed by the city's early Greek immigrants.
Gus was a gentleman.
Charred weenies, 7-year-old grill, half pork, half beef weenie. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all these, but just to give you a couple across the board. In Alaska, they got a reindeer dog. Got to try that, right?
Yeah, terrible.
In Arizona, they got a Sonoran hot dog. I've heard of this. Hot Dorgius.
Hot Dorgius.
Hot dog gurus. Hot dog gurus. Sonoran hot dogs are common to Arizona. Swaddled in bacon and griddled. Lots of different toppings you can put on a hot dog. Here in Arkansas, chili dog. Spradlin's Dairy Delight. Some of the places that are serving these up. Dodger Dog, Dodger Stadium. Elk jalapeno cheddar
Yes,
sausage.
please. Yes, please.
Right, Colorado, an elk dog. In New England, you got the super duper weenie.
What about the Rocky Mountain oyster
Connecticut's
dog?
known, you know that? Connecticut's known for their hot dogs.
Really?
Yeah. What about this? Looks like one of your kind of dogs.
Oh, like with the
It's a Delaware dog. It's Deer Head hot dogs.
with the meat hot sauce from Rochester.
Meat hot sauce.
Again, we will get to that episode. We will get to a garbage plate.
Cartel dog in Pinco Factory, Florida. I've never heard of this, and I'm from Florida. It's called a cartel dog. Huh. Love that white hot.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Good.
Scrambled dog in Dinglewood Pharmacy, Georgia.
Now, what do you like better? A solid hot dog or a solid burger?
Oh, come on.
I know. I'm with you. It's not even a contest, right?
That's like saying a Philly cheesesteak or an Chicago Italian beef.
Oh, really?
It's tough to...
See? I read him wrong.
Yeah.
Want to know what my answer is, hands down?
How do you eliminate one from the other?
I will tell you this, without question. Cheeseburger all day and every day. All day, every day.
Really?
I am thoroughly enjoying this meal. I love this. But a cheeseburger is, to me, is just a step above. I'm wrong?
Favorite food ever?
Cheeseburger should be in the discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that can be in the favorite food category, but cheeseburgers are just too good.
A nice cut of beef. Yeah, I think we hit all the elements on this one, Matt. I have worked in a lot of areas where people have not taken the hot dog that seriously and have really not protected the part of the making it a great sandwich, if you will, if a hot dog's a sandwich, have not protected the bun as being an important... It's not just a vehicle to get the sausage down. Part of the winning element of a perfect bite.
Yeah, there's a perfect ratio to it. You don't want too much bread.
Yeah, it can't
You don't want
be stale.
you don't want too less bread. It's got to be just right.
Yeah.
Everything's about balance.
Yeah. I mean, there are some hot dogs where they actually grill the buns. You ever see that?
Yeah,
where they turn them upside down, they toast the tops. You like you were doing a lobster roll or what have you. You know, where you get the nice toast on it. I love that. I love that.
Sometimes they'll split the hot dogs down the middle too.
Yeah. And we could have done that too. I love a split hot dog where you grill it on the inside. My wife likes them done that way.
This way or a split?
You're asking too many questions, Matt.
You want to know why? This is a very simple answer. Why I prefer this way? because you get the full experience of the pop.
Yeah, I agree with you
snap.
on that. I like the pop. I like it, sometimes just out of an effort to get them done quickly, I will cut them sometimes just to get them done fast if I'm in a hurry. But otherwise, I like it the long method of letting it pop on its own.
Yeah.
I'm not a big believer in it with the bratwurst. I see a lot of people stabbing them, to let them so that
Let all those good juices
yeah,
out.
let all those good juices out. Let it. I don't. If it happens naturally, if it happens by an accident, fine. But I do not sit there stabbing my brats. I like them nice and juicy. If they jump out at me, that's part of the game, right? Mm-hmm. And so, what do you think of the brat? Your first time having a beer brat?
Amazing. I think it's a little unfair to bring that in with the hot dog episode. And the only reason why he did it is because I've never had one.
Yeah.
And when I was looking online, funnily enough, again, they said...
They had it on there at number 50, or whatever, Wisconsin.
It's not a hot dog, but he figured he'd make it for me, and we weren't going to showcase it, but why not? Throw it on the plate, we'll eat it.
We're talking about some great food, spanning a lot of different sides of the country, from the Midwest to the Northeast.
And the brat, that's all German, right?
German influence, German heritage. The Germans came in to the Midwest, worked at the breweries. My grandfather started off at Pabst Brewing Company in Wisconsin. He's a immigrant from Germany. Yeah, so it was just natural that they would, there was a lot of different places that made sausage. One of the sausages that we ate, or the hot dogs that we ate, and the ring bologna that we ate.
Ring bologna?
The ring bologna was from a place called Usinger's. You can go in Milwaukee right now and see the tall tower, Usinger's finest Worcestershire. And they do great white hots.
I'm unfamiliar.
They do nice white hots. I have had white hots before. I have not had your kind, but I have had Usinger's. And I've had other various sausages made by the Usinger company, as well as some of the other local brands there. And there's more and more, as the artisans become aplenty in, the beer brewers and a lot of the microbreweries coming back, which have made a great, strong comeback in Wisconsin. You're also finding a lot of sausage makers, a lot of cheese makers.
Please. It's great. Sausage and cheese, can't beat it. Also, I didn't like it.
Did you?
I like to finish my food.
Mine looks like I'm playing with it.
Yeah.
Boy, I like that sausage stuff. That is just delicious.
So again, that makes me very happy that you like the Zweigels.
Yeah, it's I'm glad I hadn't eaten before I had this.
Right, exactly. Going in with a nice starving, palate,
4 hot dogs. Yeah.
I think that's an episode. I mean, I have no more food to eat, so it's time to go.
It's been the perfect bite, I'll tell you that.
It has.
4 times over.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Next time.